have to run in and get another tool in a second. But basically you want to make your front post into a square. Okay? The first thing you got to do is make one flat side. And the one side is basically going to be right on a growth ring. And then you're going to get on this side and you're going to eyeball that 90 degrees to that growth ring.
You mean on a growth ring, meaning I want to
right?
do it on this axis, so I want this side to be flat or this side to be flat.
Yeah, it's going to be right on a growth ring. You're going to go right down one of those spring wood marks, and you can tell that you're in the right place by the color. See, like right here, see that jump from one growth ring to another? I know that I can go like that. You see, I'm right in the same growth ring right there. But the thing's distorted, so I've got to kind of flatten that out. And I have kind of found out that what you want to do when you're shaving is you want to make like 8 small cuts that like go the whole length versus one cut that's like the whole width. Because that's really hard to do that. But it's easy to go 1, 2, 3, 4, you know. And this is kind of not the exact example because I'm already almost flat. If you've got a really irregular thing, you know, bust that corner off of there, bust this corner off, and then try to connect it. Don't try to, you know, if you got to take 1/4 inch off of there, don't try to take one big, huge shaving 5 times. You know, make it like that, and we'll work it down. So anyways, I'm calling this isn't really flat because I got that big defect in there, but basically that's on a growth ring and it's like that. So the next step I would do is I'd turn that sideways and I'm eyeballing that. I'm going to eyeball this side 90 degrees to this side. And if you need to, if you guys are unfamiliar with eyeballing that, we'll get squares and you can actually check it. And this here isn't a very good example because it's so close to being right, I'm not having to hardly do anything. But there, you know, that's pretty much 90 degrees right there. And I got to go in and get a tooth pretty close. Then what you do, and I'll just do this side. Well, usually what I would do is I would do this side first. This side, usually, if you're looking up at the edge of the growth rings, that side's usually easier to shave than either this side or this side. Okay, because it's more homogeneous. Because you got all those layers, you're cutting through the edges of all the layers. Or if you're on this side, you're either in the spring wood or you're in the other wood, and so you're going from one to the other, and it can be weird. It seems like it's always harder. So off of this flat side, I'm going to make a mark, my 1.5 inch mark.
But that's the one you want to start on, right? What you said was harder. You want to start on
No,
this
I
side,
don't.
right?
Sorry. Yeah, I want to start on this side. I want to take off the easy one first.
Oh, okay.
I just did wrong. Good eye there. You know, I want to take this side off first because it's easier. Make the hard side smaller. Okay. So I'm going to measure off the easy side. And you guys, if you're going to start getting tools, this is a little funky 6-inch long one. It's called a combination square. Usually you see them in 12 inches. It's a pretty good tool for everybody to own.
It's got a little level on it. So.
Yeah, a little. Generally, you don't ever use that level, but it's there. But you don't have to get one of these. And if you were just in the woods, starting from scratch, basically for this step, what you do, you get yourself a little block of wood, and you cut you a 1.5 inch notch in the corner of it, and you'd use that. And we'll probably will make some of those things for you guys, because you're not going to all want to have to share this thing. Okay, I didn't make that the complete length, but if you're doing your front post, you would run that the whole length of your front post. And then you would come in here and see, I'm just taking the corner off. You just take that corner off down to the line. And then you come over on this side and take the corner off right down to the line. Okay. And then you just start trying to connect those two lines, those two places with a flat spot. And not try to do it all at once, but just, you know, get a little bit at a time. You probably have to go from, you have to go from both ends. I'm just, you know, there's obviously more to do here, but you guys don't want to watch me do this. So then when you get that done, then you do mark this side. And that's, see, I barely got enough right there. But it's all right. It's not, I don't know, I'm having performer's anxiety or something. There we go. Okay, do that. And then you do that same thing, go down to the line. I'm already to the line there. Already to the line there. And then that's square, pretty much. Okay. Now let's see. I guess I can go ahead and do it. 'Cause I think that's my little kind of weird end down there that I'm going to trim off. Then after you get to that point, you're going to make this thing 8-sided. Your front post, you're going to make the whole front post 8-sided. Basically, you just cut the corners off. And I just eyeball it. All of the 8 flat places need to be the same width. If you don't get them exact, it's okay. It's better to leave these a little small, if anything. So your front post should end up the whole thing should look like that. You know, approximate. All right, this thing's a draw knife. This one right now, these handles will rotate like that, so you can set it any way you want. But this one's set up what we call flat side down. This is called the bevel right here. This one's set up flat side down. And you'll notice if you try to hold it bevel side down, you ain't going to get too far. Okay? So this one's set up flat side down. It's the one I usually use for roughing out. I brought another one out. It's set up for bevel side down. It'll work fine for this too. But there was a debate in the literature about 10 or 12 years ago about bevel side down versus flat side down. And the person who started the debate, in my opinion, was a fool. Because there is no debate. You either have a bevel side down and you use bevel side down, or you have bevel side up, flat side down, and you use flat side down. There's some draw knives that the handles are fixed. If you try to do what it's not set up to do, you ain't getting nowhere.